Happy Friday. Well, my camera looks, I think it's because I have natural light and regular light on. I'm not sure. Happy Friday to everyone. Okay. Y'all, if you don't know, your girl is on TikTok and I love TikTok. I never thought I would love TikTok. Okay. I'm on TikTok, Katrina Stone, or Coach Katrina. I can't remember. I think it's Katrina Stone. Yeah, so y'all check me out on TikTok. I would love to see y'all over there. Oh my goodness. I really do love TikTok. Like it's so fun over there. And I believe I could play music and stuff. I think. Hopefully they won't strike my video like YouTube likes to do. But yeah, whatever. Well, happy Friday again. Yes. Yeah, I have a little bit of info watching that guy feeding the cats again. Whew, this has turned out to be too much. Okay, I need an office outside of my house. Tired of seeing this man feeding these cats, but I love having cats around because they do protect us from a lot of creatures. Okay, especially them no shoulders. Anyway, you guys, so if you don't know, okay, Jay-Z and Diddy got some more mess going on. All right, there's some court cases coming about, and you know your girl gonna tell you about it. Who would I be if I didn't tell y'all about these cases, right? Okay, I'm just happy. I'm sorry. So yeah, if you don't know who Tyrone Blackburn is, he was the attorney for Little Rod. So what happened with him was there was a case that I didn't even know about, alleging that he was in some type of he got arrested from like some type of traffic incident. Something happened with like a traffic incident. He got pulled over, ended up getting arrested. Anyway, all charges were dropped as of yesterday against this man. Now, he was in the process of um, being a lawyer, serving, how do you say it? Being a lawyer for the guy who was going against Fat Joe. So at the time, a lot of people were talking about how, he had that, he got locked up and he wouldn't be able to pursue that lawsuit against Fat Joe. And I wonder if Fat Joe, somebody had something to do with it, but I don't know. Okay, this is all alleged in my opinion. Okay, if you didn't hear what I said, it's a great thing you did. And make sure you give me a thumbs up today. Okay, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. So anyway, so Tyrone Blackburn, all charges have been dropped against him, okay? And he's back with a vengeance because he has not dropped the lawsuit against Fat Joe. He is still pursuing that case. So Fat Joe, be aware, okay? Speaking of cases, okay? Do y'all know who Alex Spiro is? So Alex Spiro, I believe that's his name, and I think this is all alleged in my opinion, okay? This is based off my memory. I love to have some notes taken down, but Alex Spiro, I believe he is going to be the lawyer for Tupac's brother in the Tupac's case. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyway, off of that, he is Jay-Z's lawyer. Okay, Alex Spurrow. Now, the agency he works with, the law firm that he works with, is going through it because they have been sanctioned. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, they have been sanctioned for being a dishonest company, for running cons, for misleading the courts about the court cases that they've been a part of. So it's not looking real good for them. Okay. All right. And I believe Alex Spiro's his court cases are like real high. Like he usually wins a lot of his cases, but his agency that he works for, that law firm he works for, is being sanctioned. So when you got that type of reputation that you done gained for yourself, now people, celebrities not going to want to keep putting money in y'all pockets because now y'all have that type of reputation. So I'm not sure. how they got, but they definitely got. Okay, they're being sanctioned, and it's not looking too good for them. Now, again, that's Jay Z's lawyer, and I bring up Jay Z because Jay Z has got a case against Busby, attorney Tony Busby. You know, Tony is from, I believe he's in Houston, Texas as well. He's supposed to be this huge lawyer here. I know I wish the best for him and I wish he'd take him down. Okay? All right? I'm tired of Jay Z and Diddy. Tired of them two. All right? Somebody needs to put a belt to them. Okay? So they can sit down some doggone where. All right? They have done enough to my community. Okay? I mean, my community, I mean, my people. They have done enough. Has not put us in the best place. Okay? But anyway, so Jay Z is suing Tony Busby, and he just filed what you call it? He filed he amended his case. That's what it was. He amended his case and took out some things and then left what he had. So I guess he had to look it over, and then they pulled some things out. Now, again, like I said, Jay Z's lawyer is Alex Furrow. So Alex Furrow, of course, his legal firm is going through a whole lot of stuff, right? Don't your people killed each other? Because I do believe I remember your people killed whole groups of people, right? Like shoot up schools and stuff. Like, am I wrong or am I wrong? I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, bye bye. But anyway, so yeah, so I believe Jay-Z wanted to pull some things out of his case so he wouldn't get in any trouble, you know, because if you don't remember, there was a lot going on. Tony Busby was saying that a lot of a lot of the old people that he not supported, that he was the lawyer for a lot of people he was, you know, the lawyer for, was calling him, saying that people had been reaching out to him once he started that lawsuit against Jay-Z, and he was saying that he believed Jay-Z allegedly may have started some type of campaign where they started harassing some of the people who used to work for his law firm, Tony Busby's law firm, and some of the people he represented. That's the word I was trying to find. So yeah, so I believe Jay-Z pulled some things out so it wouldn't even bring up, you know, anything like that, because his lawyer's law firm has, you know, been sanctioned. So it's just not looking good right now. So yeah, so yeah, I can't wait to see how that court case is going to go. I believe what I was going to say. I was going to say the two charges, but I can't remember what the two charges were. I know two charges got dropped, and two charges are still remaining that Jay-Z is suing Busby for. I don't believe that's going to go anywhere, but I guess we will never know. But I remember when Jay-Z first was trying to get back at Tony Busby with about the lawsuit, and he was, you know, he was pretty much saying, "Oh, these lawyers, they come out of the blue and they just want to take celebrities down." And then Tyrone Blackburn, then he got locked up for some false charges because he has been vindicated. So I feel like, you know, it's not a lot of lawyers that will take on cases against huge celebrities. So that's a known thing. So I believe when you have someone as strong as Jay-Z, who is like going after these lawyers who are allegedly doing things like, you know, contacting people he know, trying to get court cases started up against him to kind of make him look bad, or, you know, mess with his character, it's like, oh wow, Lawyers are probably like, do we want to deal with a case like this? So, it probably would give pushback to a victim, a real victim who actually did go through something against someone who has a huge status. It'd probably be hard for them to find a lawyer that would take on such a case. They would have to have great confidence, great money, okay? Because I believe this lawsuit that Jay-Z has against Tony Busby, I believe he's not really asking for anything. So allegedly, he'll be spending more in paying his lawyer fees than he would for being vindicated with this case. But of course, he's probably doing it so that it can make other lawyers be scared to pursue him, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be some more cases that pop up against him and other huge celebrities, right? Now, P. Diddy has a case against him, or that's coming up against him with, I think her name is Bono, something like that. Okay, if you don't remember, during the court case that P. Diddy was found guilty of some of his charges for, the reason why he's locked up right now, during that case, we did find out that allegedly this girl or this woman named Bona, whichever one, she is Cassie's friend, or was Cassie's friend. She alleged that P. Diddy showed up somewhere her and Cassie was at and dangled her over the balcony by her legs or by her ankles, and then threw her into the patio furniture, which was glass. And she's saying that he did all these things, and of course she's suing for damages or whatever, right? So yeah, so Diddy has that court case that's coming up real soon. So, wonder how that's going to go. Wonder how that's going to go for him. He has so many lawsuits lined up. Like, they're just lined up. And I'm ready for him. That's why I was like, you know what? Should I get into more lawyer crime type videos, or should I stay here with just the news? Anyway, you watch what you want to watch on my channel. Either way, I definitely appreciate you watching everything that I do put out here on my channel. And it's part-time because I have a full-time business that I run. So I still like to get my little gossip in and bring that to everyone and talk about it, because I like to talk about it. So yeah, we're talking about it together. And I thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing. Y'all, I remember years ago when I was thinking, oh, no one's going to watch my videos. I was like, should I do a YouTube video? I don't know. I was going back and forth, and I waited probably so once I started thinking about it, then I must have waited about 4 years and said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it and see how it turns out. And I remember having 60 something subscribers, and now I have almost 800 subscribers, y'all. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I can't wait to put those 1,000 balloons, the one and then the 3 zeros. I can't wait to put that up here. I know it's not 10,000 yet. It's not 100,000, but I'm going to get there, because consistency has been the key here when it comes to YouTube. If you're anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel, I say find a subject, have a topic that you talk about or discuss, and just go with it. Just do it. I'm telling you, I've become so comfortable in front of the camera. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I could film anywhere. I could do what they call it content. I could do content anywhere. And I feel so confident about my content. Okay. I do not play about my content. Okay. But it's just so relaxing. I don't know. It's like I'm being who I want to be. I'm being my true self. I get to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Kinda, YouTube does have a look, they do have rules and regulations. So, you know, but yeah, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, definitely start one. Leave me a comment and let me know if you're going to start your channel so I can subscribe to your channel. And yeah, we can share that. But yeah, like I said, I started a TikTok, and oh my goodness, I feel so loved over there. I've gotten some great support over there. It is a business channel. So I do talk about, all my, well, I guess I really haven't started talking about too much business stuff. But whatever, it is what it is. It's Katrina Stone on Instagram. You could definitely go. Not Instagram, on it's Coach Katrina on Instagram, and it's Katrina Stone on TikTok. Okay, yes, and then on here is SunShine. Yeah, but I do have another YouTube channel as well. That one I think it's Coach Katrina as well. But yeah, so I do more of my professional business stuff over there. And yeah, I just like it. Oh my goodness. I could be on TikTok all day, but I haven't figured out how to go live. I'm not sure if you have to have a certain amount of subscribers or something. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I wish I knew someone who actually, I do know somebody who's big on, who knows about TikTok. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call them up so I can learn more. But yeah, check out my TikTok over there. Your girl is excited about it. Okay, I could just see my future with doing it. And then so once I got over there, that was this week I started my TikTok page. I see a lot of people. I know you can make money, but it looks like a lot of people are doing a page because they know they could get money. And I'm thinking, oh, jump. So not only will I be able to talk over there just like I do over here, but I could possibly make money over there just like I possibly can make some money over here as well. Sign me up. Sign me up for all the checks that's coming real soon. Okay. I am here for it. But that's awesome. It's awesome and amazing. And so, yeah, I don't know how you get monetized or anything. I don't know the credentials, how you go about doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. And I was trying to think, should I go live over there or post a video over there like every day? Do you have to stay consistent like YouTube? Because YouTube don't play. Okay. If you go a week without posting, then I don't know. I don't think they let people know you started back posting. I think they slow things down for you over here when you stop posting for a while. So like if you don't, it's best for you to stay consistent. You'll see the changes in your channel if you stay consistent. I know I'm just rambling, but it's Friday. Hell, what? Ain't no structure. We doing what we doing over here. Okay, this is what we doing. We communicating. We having a conversation. We're talking about future passive income. Okay, clock it. Speaking of clock it, okay, I watched the interview with Young Miami and Cam Newton. Young Miami was on Cam Newton's podcast. And I would say it started off strong. It was real interesting because I felt like Young Miami, I want to call her Carisha. I felt like she was structuring her questions that she had for Kim to come back at him if he was to pull some mess with her. I felt like it was like, let me show you that I could pull your card if you try to play me. So you know how she has been through it with the Diddy mess, okay? And just knowing who Diddy is or what he's been through or what he could have been a part of, it don't look good. It really don't look good. So I feel like she probably has to wear her shield up, produce her shield at all time to let people know, all right, now don't try me because I come for you. Okay? because she asked him about his style. Like, they probably was 5 minutes into the show, and she asked him about his style, and I was thinking, y'all know how Cam Newton dressed. He dressed like a blind person picked out his clothes. Like, just said, it's a shirt here, it's a scarf, it's a bow tie, nigga, it's a hat, it's the shorts and pants, and it's like, why you got all that stuff on? It must be real cool wherever they film at, because it's too many clothes. I don't know. He said he has an eclectic style. But yeah, she was setting them up just in case, just letting him know we could go there. Okay? But it seems like he didn't ask her any questions directly about Diddy. And I thought that was real interesting. But he was still able to ask her questions about her relationships. So I thought that was real. That was cute. He kept it cute. He kept it real cute with her. It ended up being a little too long, in my opinion. I got tired of watching it. It was just too long. But I will say he did good. She represented herself very well, looked gorgeous as heck. Okay. And does she have, is that her song that's going around? When I'm a, is that her song? I think that's her song, right? I know that song has been stuck in my head. Oh my goodness. Uh, every time I turn on Instagram, of course, this is an Instagram, that doggone song is on. Everyone's singing it. I know she just had just released her album, and a lot of people have released albums or have albums coming out or records, so whatever you call it, have music coming out. Who is she? She's Young Miami. All right. Oh, I put in YUN, and she was the first one to pop up. That's what's up. And her, this came out 4 hours ago. The interview. Dang, I was on it quick. Okay, that thing was long. It was 2 hours. That's why that was so long. Oh my goodness, it was too much. That is her. Spin it. Spin it. Okay, yeah, that's. I know I can't do much on here. When I was, okay, she did that. She got the whole everybody singing it, and I remember she posted a little bit of one song, and a lot of people were like, that don't sound good, and she was like, y'all just wait, just wait. And you know, she's been like going on tour heavy, like she's been hitting up all the colleges and trying to get them before they go on break to purchase her music, because I'm pretty sure they'll be buying the bulk of her music. You know, the college folks and high schoolers, you know, people of that nature. But yeah, she looked gorgeous, like flawless. Now, I will say I felt like she has too much, it was too much surgery that was done on them hips, because it just looked so weird to me, in my opinion. But she's a gorgeous girl. She looks amazing. Okay, y'all check out her interview. It's super long, too long, on Cam Newton's podcast. Ooh, let me turn this light off. I feel like it's draining me. Oh, oh my goodness. I feel like it's draining my energy. Usually I try to just utilize the natural light. Whew. I think it's warm. Turn my fan on. It's hot here. But yeah, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, she was talking to Cam about relationships between women and men, and she was saying how she felt like men are selfish, and Kim was saying how men, view women. They see someone they like, they just like them. But when a woman see a guy, she wants to know how much money he makes. If he has to look a certain way, and so women end up being single because, or without a man, because they like those types of things versus a man who just see a woman he likes and then he has a person. And it brought up a lot of things for me. I'm just rambling and talking. What's up, Caillou? I don't know how you pronounce that. But it brought up a lot of things that I like to talk about when it comes to relationships and all, because I realized that yes, man can go out here and find a woman anywhere, right? And a woman, we really can't, okay? Because a lot of times we gotta, you have to be that man's type. You have to be his type. He, of course, he has to be attracted to you, so you have to be his type. It's not the same. He may not like women, okay? He may not like your type, your race. It's so many different things that women just with so many obstacles that come in the way when it's a man and a woman trying to have a relationship. It's so crazy. And I hate that it's this way. I hate that men can like have the pick that they want, any woman, because there's so many women. It's like, yeah, we want a man. And then so a lot of times women are just, be available to a man just to have a man, whether he has a woman or not, whether he's married, it doesn't even matter, like, because that woman wants to be claimed, she would, you know, be available whenever the man wants her to be available. And it sucks because when it comes to a woman, we want somebody who's going to be that provider. We want that guy who's going to give us that attention and all. And I feel like because of so many women just being available and not even holding men accountable for the mess that they do, then that leaves us in a tough space because now the men are spoiled. They're spoiled rotten. They can have whatever they want, right? They can have women and men. They can have whatever they want whenever they want to. It's like a whole you ever go to the beach and you see that candy store, or you go to, yeah, that candy store. Everyone's come across that candy store that has the huge Hershey's that's about 10 feet tall, or whatever piece of candy it is they have on display. And there's so many pieces of candy that's in that store that you can have. It's something for everyone: sweet, bitter, um, salty, however you like your candy. Okay, you can find it. It's like men have that. They have a grocery store. Now, it might not be good quality, but they have an option to be with a woman, which brings you to another conversation where, people just pick someone because they want to be physical, and then the relationship end up being toxic because it's no real companionship there. It's just them being together for the convenience of being physical. So then women are left to, say, okay, what am I going to deal with? Am I going to deal with a guy just to have a guy? Or do I actually want to have someone who makes me feel good? And even if he is that person that makes me feel good, he makes me feel safe. Am I wrong if I want him to make a certain amount of money? Am I wrong if I want him to be ambitious to make a certain amount of money on a regular basis? Should I accept him as he is and he barely makes any money? Should I be single if I can't find exactly what I'm looking for? Should I give that man a chance who wants to be with me and he's not what I want? We have to battle this stuff out. Like, and I'm sure men, they have their issues too when it comes to women. They have to worry about, how many children she has, even though 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to be supporting her or the children. So what does it matter? I guess it matters about the man being bothered. Because if a woman, in my opinion, I don't know, y'all talk to me in the comment section. In my opinion, I feel like men don't care for children like a woman would care for children, right? Even if it is their child, from my experience, okay, from my experience, unfortunately, the men I know or who I have been with, their first priority was me, not the children. Sad to say. And so, like, I tell my daughters, like, don't have a child because it pretty much runs a man away. Like, he's going to feel like his needs are coming second place. Like, he would have to be very mature. My daughters are young. So he would have to be very mature to accept you and a kid. Just think about it. A man with a woman who has 3 children, 3 young children. Okay, he's gonna feel like I ain't got time for this. Okay, but our dates gonna end up being at Chuck E. Cheese versus the shopping block or something. Like our Saturdays, we're gonna have to wake up to children crying and whining all over the place. Like instead of us getting it on. So I don't know. That's just what I seem to have noticed about men. They don't really like playing second to children, even if it is their children. Like I said, in my opinion, I feel like they have to be very mature. You have to. What is that saying? Like in my opinion, I feel like you have to be very mature, and this goes both ways. Like a woman should be very mature, and a guy should be very mature. You know, they both should. But the immature ones, those women are possibly going to have about 3, 4 children, maybe about 2, 3, 4 baby daddies, you know, and she's going to continuously keep finding the same type of men because she's out here looking for this certain type, you know. I felt like when I got married, I married someone who didn't fit in that box of the type. And I had just came to the point where the relationship before then, I said, you know what? That's not what I'm going to even go for anymore because it hasn't did me well. And it was successful. After that, my marriage and everything was good. My husband, that relationship was so mature and it was so easy. So I try to tell my daughters that, you should find someone who makes you feel good. Like, don't have limits on it. Like, he should be a certain height, he should be a certain complexion, whatever. Whatever it is, like, leave your options open. But I will be honest, I don't participate in interracial um, relationships because I like a black man. That's one thing I can't like take out. I can't. I can't. Maybe a Spanish guy. I might could do a Spanish guy. Like I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, maybe a Spanish guy. But he would have to have been around black folks a lot. I will be honest. But we all have something that is like it's like a what is it? Um what you call it? Like I just can't do that. That has to be that for me. And I'm sure it's a lot of white women, white men and stuff who are like, they like a white woman and so on and so on. And that's understandable. Be with your person. But when it comes to like that height and weight type thing, I feel like you're gonna miss out if you're strict on that. I really feel like you'll miss out on your person if you worry about that. Because I remember I had a height requirement and that was all it was a height requirement, and that just led me in the worst places. Did not end up well. But yeah, that's that. But I like the interaction Kim and Young Miami had about the relationships, because young girls get to hear, or women in general get to hear Cam talk about what men like, how they like it, you know. It just opens women's minds up. I watch Kendra G on when she comes on YouTube, and I swear a lot of these women, I could tell they just want a man. That's it. They don't care about what type. They just want a man. He just have to have a post, excuse me, and possibly, the part that comes with being a male. And then you see a lot of women that come on there and they're like, oh, he needs to make six figures. He has to make six figures. And a lot of times men don't make six figures. That percentage of men who make six figures or better for black men is rare. It's like, I think that's like 1 or 2% of the black men, unfortunately. Right? I'm not sure what that is for any other race. Pretty sure when it comes to white men, it's a higher percentage. And yeah, Spanish men probably. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not too much higher. Maybe 5%. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, but yeah, I like the fact that hopefully that conversation make women think. And I really feel like the most important thing for a female is to better yourself. You know, like, better yourself. Because I realized after I lost my husband that when I got into that relationship, that security that I wanted, I depended on him for it. And when he wasn't here, then I was just left by myself. And that doesn't feel good. It's not a great feeling. Feeling alone, feeling unprotected, not having your person to lean on and talk to, it doesn't feel good. So I said, I'm going to make sure I take care of myself. And I know a lot of men hate to hear women who take care of themselves. Sad to say, like, it's crazy to me, but a lot of men, they don't like to hear if you have a good job, if you make a good income. They don't like to hear that you self-sufficient, you can take care of yourself. They don't want that. They want you to be, for from my experience, a lot of men, they want you to depend on them. They want you to let them lead, whether they know how to lead or not. And that's scary because most women are nurturers. We'll build you up, even though some women are not. Okay? You got those women who will let you run yourself in the ground, and they'll be right there with you while you run yourself in the ground. You know. I hate to see that too. You know, those type of women who don't help build a man up when they could use it. And at the same time, you think about it, and then that woman builds that man up. Years later, he ends up leaving her. She's going to be hurt because she poured so much into him. So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, lately I've been watching 607 Unc 607, however you say that. And he talks a lot about like just spiritual stuff, right? And a lot of stuff. Now he goes through the antics, okay? He looks strange. You know, he wears that little mask thing on his head and he has his hair coming out of the mask. And he does a lot of weird things, but he says a lot of stuff that just makes a lot of sense. And it's just like, tag, he make you think, you know? He really makes you think. And I don't know. I just, after watching him for a couple of days, and you're thinking this guy is a character, he's playing this role, but then he's speaking so much stuff that makes sense, and it makes you think like, I ain't never thought of that before. It's it'll take you places. It'll make you think. It'll make you look at life differently. And I feel like I like those types of conversations where they make me think. Like for me, if a guy can't make me think, if we can't have a conversation, I just ain't even interested. It's just not gonna work. Like I might get bored on a Saturday, want to go to brunch or something. I don't know. Definitely not out on a Friday because I don't want to lead you on. But if you can't make me think about some stuff, if you can't say something to me that makes sense, then it don't make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Is that how you say it? If it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. Something like that, right? Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling right now. Just rambling. Got my Foxy Brown shirt on because it's Friday. Okay, it's Friday. It is Friday. Yeah, I feel like Foxy Brown really should be on more black women's shirts because why not? Okay. What's her name? What's her real name? Pam Grier. Pam Grier. Beautiful woman, beautiful black woman. She should be on a lot more of clothing, t-shirts and things of that nature, especially for young black girls. But yeah, that's all I really have. That's it. I was just rambling. Now I'm tired. I'm bored myself. But if you watch this video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you feel it in your heart. Okay? I was pretty much rambling on this one. Just wanted to jump in and get my algorithm, stay on top of my algorithm. You know, I had to jump in, okay, and now I'm about to jump out because if I don't, YouTube disown me like the black sheep of the family. Okay? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're watching, thank you for watching this far. If you get this far and you feel it in your spirit to give me a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. Yeah, subscribe to my channel, okay, so that can make me feel good and boost up my subscribers. And yeah, I'll be back with another video real soon. Okay, peace to everyone. Have an awesome Friday, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.